this is kind of cool. And there's an alarming number of people outside. It's kind of weird. Hello friends, it's me, Patrick Chang, back again with another video. It is April 12th, just got back from a quick little 15-minute walk. I figured I could use some fresh air and a little bit of vitamin D because the only time I actually get out of my house is like at midnight or 1 a.m. And that's when I usually go for a quick little jog to the park and back just to get some cardio in for the day. In today's video, I'm going to be going over a day in the life of me and show you guys what I'm doing for my leg workouts to try to maintain as much as I can, as well as some cooking stuff, so stay tuned for that. So today was the first time I actually brought this camera outside in public with other people walking around the street. Still kind of new to this vlogging thing, a little shy, but just give me a little time and I'll get over it, and then I'll be able to vlog normally like how everyone else does, like just walking like this. I didn't think there's gonna be that many people outside, but when I went outside with the camera, I was sadly mistaken. But yeah, let's get back inside and get to work. Oh, didn't see you there. What a coincidence. Now, I'll briefly go over exactly what I've been doing in my free time in this next segment right here. So with all this extra free time due to the shelter-in-place order, I personally have been doing a lot more reading. I've been brainstorming video topics for future videos, as well as practice filming content and practicing my video editing, so the whole process is more streamlined. You wouldn't believe how much time I've been wasting just doing retakes for these videos. I've been trying to teach myself Excel here and there, but it hasn't been going that great. And lastly, I've been trying to improve my cooking skills at home. Every Sunday I try to cook something at home that I've been craving, and I try to make it as healthy as possible. And I'll show you guys later in the video the first recipe I've tried. But before we jump into that, I gotta hit legs. Alright, starting off the workout with goblet squats using a 50-pound bag of rice I had stored in the pantry. If you've been following me on Instagram, you guys would know that I've been squatting this bag of rice for a little over 2 weeks. So I thought it'd be a great idea to superset it with Band-Aid goblet squats using the same 50-pound bag of rice. Target number for the Band-Aid goblet squats was 100, and target number for the regular goblet squats was 200. I was doing my best to keep the rest times under 2 to 3 minutes. But as you can see, this is the first superset here. I thought I could easily burn through 20 reps each, but I was struggling just to get 15 here. And if you guys really want a challenge, you should try this superset. Right after goblet squats, I went straight into Band-Aid good mornings. This is still a relatively new exercise for me. I'm just trying to do my best to have full control throughout the exercise, keeping the tension on the hamstrings by driving my hips back and then driving forward and squeezing the glutes at the top of the rep. Did 6 sets of 25 for this workout, but I'm probably gonna have to increase the volume next week. So here we have Band-Aid hamstring curls. I just took a orange resistance band and tied it to the bottom of my bed leg. Doing 5 sets of 12 here with a 1-second iso hold in between reps. I noticed that doing just the regular curls itself wasn't really that effective for my hamstrings, and I found it a lot more challenging doing 1-second iso hold after every rep. Not too big of a fan of this setup due to my limited space, because after every time I reset the rep, my left foot would hit the corner of that door and it'd be really painful for me to do. And as you can see at the last rep, I was barely able to hold it for 1 second. Next we have hip abductor leg raises. This is something that I feel like it's a weak point in my lower body. The goal was to get 6 sets of 8, and I'm doing my best to try to keep my toes pointed down towards the ground and squeezing at the top out of every rep. But as you can see, I'm struggling just to get 8 reps. It might look easy, but this exercise is not easy to do. Supersetting the leg raises with the ab wheel. When I first started doing this exercise again, I didn't enjoy doing it because I barely was able to get 12 reps. But after doing this exercise every other day, I've grown to like it a lot. I've built up my work capacity to do about sets of 15 fairly easily with about 2 to 3 minutes of rest in between sets. Ideally, I want to cut down on the rest time and increase the volume, and it's something I'm definitely going to be working towards these next few weeks. So that's going to be the end of my leg workout. Alright, so we got the leg workout done, and I just hopped out the shower to freshen up a little bit, and now we're going to go make some beef stew for the very first time. Vietnamese beef stew, or aka bò kho, if you guys know what that is. I've never made it before, but I saw some YouTubers making it and I kind of craved it, so I'm going to tell you guys step by step on exactly how I do it, and maybe you can learn a thing or two. And hopefully it turns out to be a great success, because if not, I'm going to be so sad because this is the only meal I'm going to be eating a day. Alright, let's cut into it. How to make beef stew in about 2 minutes. Try your aromatics, throw it in the pot. Next, start on the beef. Throw in the garlic first, then you add the beef. Sear all the sides to start creating layers of flavor. Make sure you season your beef well. Unless you like bland beef, then you can skip this step. Friends suggested I use this Vietnamese beef seasoning packet. I can't really pronounce the name of it, but if you can't find it, salt or 5 spice is fine. Next, you want to add in 1 cinnamon stick and then 7 star anise into the pot. Next, gently put in 5 cans of beef stock. Don't put it like how I did and just have it splash everywhere. Next, a liter of coconut water into the pot. Now add 7 stalks of lemongrass, about 4 cups of water into the pot, and a can of tomato paste. Give it a good mix and then bring it up to a boil. Once it came up to a simmer, I added about 2-ish spoons of brown sugar. 2 hours after simmering, I added in my carrots and my potatoes, and I just cooked the stew until the potatoes and carrots were soft, which took about another hour or so. After simmering for another hour on low heat, you got big money bò kho. I prepped some rice noodles and boiled some shrimp off camera, topped off the bowl with a little bit of white onion, spooned on the beef stew, and then finished off with a little bit of green onion and cilantro. My first time making this dish, I gotta say it turned out to be a very great success. The broth was very rich in beef and tomato flavor. The main thing I was really worried about when making this dish was the beef being too dry, but it didn't have that problem because it soaked up all of the broth and it was very tender. The beef stew with the rice noodles was pretty good, but I still prefer to eat it with either rice or baguette. I think that combination is far superior. One mistake I did make was that instead of using 3 pounds of beef, I only used 1.5. Don't make the same mistake I did, use more beef. Just know that if you do make this dish, you'll have enough food for like 3+ days, and as you can tell from my facial expression from eating the second plate, eating with rice is far superior. Man, I might actually try like a food challenge in the future or something. Maybe like not anything like too extreme. Maybe like eating like 4 or 5 bags of ramen in one sitting with like a bunch of other stuff or something along the lines of that. I'll probably think of something. So this is gonna be the end of the video. On top of the daily morning walks that I take, I'm gonna be including some more midday jogs throughout the week to increase my activity level. Since I'm gonna be spending most of my time on my computer, very sedentary, I figured I need to, since I'm also eating more. What are some of the things that you guys have been doing to keep yourself busy during this lockdown? Let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Remember to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, didn't see you there. Now that you're here, I'll give you guys a quick little shit.